welcome to Bring Your Babes Being the Know. I'm your host, Vali Chikuni. We begin. Nadia Bolz, who happens to be a Lutheran pastor, obviously quote unquote, because she's a lady and we don't believe women can be pastors. She was on a program where she was talking to one lady, I forgot her name, but one gentleman there is Brian McClellan. My understanding, Brian is a pastor. But what this lady said, I'm just going to say it because there's no any other way for me to present it to you. She says that how come there is no legislation that prohibits men to ejaculate inside of a female who doesn't want to be pregnant. I know it's unbelievable, but in the wake of this Roe v. Wade being overturned, this is something that can come out of a woman's mouth. And Brian was saying that one of congregants ended up, they wanted a baby for quite some time. They were not able to have a baby. They adopted, and lo and behold, they found out that they were pregnant. But this, at 22 weeks, she had a problem. So the decision was either they have to abort the baby, right, to save the life of this woman. And the husband was so distraught and everything else. She was unconscious the whole 9 years. And obviously, they ended up, saving the woman and killing the baby. Now, this is where they're going to pull your heartstrings, okay? People who are so-called pro-choice. Here's what you have to understand. That's not what she wanted to do. It's not like she willingly went to go get her child killed. That's what happens in an abortion. That's why women and everything, they go to Planned Parenthood. These people are not going to the hospitals. They go to Planned Parenthood. So what is the purpose of medicine, right? You want to save the person. It's to save life. So whatever you're doing, you want to save a life. You're not intentionally, purposefully killing a child. So women will end up having miscarriage, or a baby will end up dying. You know what I mean? Like they still go to the hospital and they're going to perform the same type of a procedure like they would in an abortion. But this is not what the person was intending to do. So they use those situations and circumstances to make us think like, oh, you know what? Maybe there's a reason people be. No, there is none. Even in the case where a woman has been raped, if the person aborts the baby, it's still murder because you are killing a child. So just because somebody has been raped does not mean the solution is somebody to kill their child. So we do believe if there's men out there who are raping women, they deserve a death penalty because that's what the Bible calls for, right? Raping a woman. So however the pregnancies come about, if you intentionally kill a child, that's murder and that's abortion. So don't buy into the heartstrings that people are going to do. But moving on, we have our famous pastor, Brandan Robertson. Hey, you've never seen somebody who has been so heated up in the wake of Roe v. Wade being overturned. He was in his full gear as a pastor. Okay, he's not a pastor, first of all. Brian is calling all the Christians out there that we need to be united. You need to band together to stand for the women's rights to choose, women's rights for abortion. First of all, if you're standing in line with Brandan Robertson, you're not a Christian. Let's just call it, because Robert Brandan is not a Christian, even though he calls himself to be a such. So this is going to be interesting. He's scheduled to be have an interview with Allie Beth Stuckey on May the 5th. So tune in so we can hear the defense coming out from Brandan Robertson as to why he thinks it's a good thing for Christians to band together to fight the so-called injustices against the war on women to choose. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not funny, but this is what Brandan Robertson believes. And if you think Brandan Robertson is by himself, no, he's not. as we move on, our favorite Russell Moore, the former head of ERLC, has just written an article on Christianity Today. According to him, the danger right now is the leakage that happened with this Roe v. Wade draft. And this is going to cause people to lose trust in the justice system. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this shouldn't have been leaked. Okay, we agree with that. But listen to what Dr. Russell Moore is saying. He says that this is made women to be fearful or what's going to happen next, because the bodies, the communities, the government haven't cared for women and children. Ladies and gentlemen, let's grant that's true. It's still not a reason for people to kill their children. It does not matter. Even if the children are not being cared for, women are not being cared for, the solution is not for them to kill their children. Poverty is not a reason for people to kill their children. If that's the case, then nobody will be living in Africa, because there is poverty like you've never seen before. But people are still having their children. So if we want to talk about it, to care for women, to care for children, absolutely, let's have that conversation. But that is not a substitute for people to kill their children. So this is what Russell Moore has come to find out. That's a big problem. Instead of him saying the big problem is the sin issue. Why else are you going to kill your children? It's a sin issue. That's why people are going to do such things. So the solution is to call out of those people to repent and believe the gospel so they don't kill their children. Moving on. If you think if that's all, ladies and gentlemen, these are people who profess to be Christians. We're not even talking about people who are out there, okay? The way Senator Elizabeth Warren is livid about this issue. But we're just keeping inside the evangelical for now. Then we have Brent Leatherwood. This is the guy, is an acting president for the ERC, who took over from Russell Moore. According to him, this idea of Roe v. Wade being overturned is going to cause women who are having unwanted children, is going to cause them to be so scared, so fearful. So do you see the similarities over here? You have Russell Moore saying the same exact thing that Brentwood is saying, who is taken over from Russell Moore. And yes, we have none other than KSP, Karen Swallow-Prior, Southeastern Seminary professor. According to her, it was better to wait 50 more years in order to overturn Roe v. Wade than having Donald Trump as a president for 4 years. I repeat, it was better to wait 50 more years to overturn Roe v. Wade than having Donald Trump as a president for 4 years. I'll just let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. However you want to slice it, Donald Trump, whatever you want to say, he's the one who chose those 3 Supreme Court justices who were integral part in this draft. If it wasn't Donald Trump, if it was Hillary Clinton, trust and believe, she would have chosen other people who are going to uphold Roe v. Wade, whatever political divide that you're going to think of. But like the way this has happened, yeah, it is what it is. But that's what Karen Swallow-Prior said. And by the way, she's also a darling to Russell Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, no wonder we have this issue inside the SBC. So it's imperative, come June, change direction. That's the only way. Moving on, we do have Theos Conference, okay? This conference is being headlined by Chandler, who is the president of Acts 29. And another person who is headlining is none other than Driscoll. Driscoll is the one who started the Acts 29. And Chandler had no choice but to fire him eventually with the issues that happened with Driscoll. But now they'll be sharing the same stage. So whatever you want to think about it is just like, wow. So when Chandler was asked why he's sharing the stage with Driscoll, according to Chandler, he did not know who the lineup the Theos Conference was going to be. I do believe this is exactly true, but he's still going to headline the conference together with Matt Driscoll. One person who was also Eric McTaxas is going to be part of that conference as well. Samuel was scheduled to speak on that conference as well as Allie Beth Stuckey to schedule to speak on that conference as well. But Samuel has put out a conference. He's not going to be part of the conference. According to him, he did not know who the other speakers were going to be. And yes, he takes all the heat that's going to come his way, because he should have done better to check out who else was going to be part of this conference. According to Samuel didn't know who is going to be. And Chandler said that he didn't know the lineup as well. He just found out that the other list. As of this recording, Allie Beth Stuckey is still on the lineup. She hasn't said anything, but with everything that I know about Allie Beth Stuckey, I'll be surprised if she ends up speaking at this conference. I won't be surprised if she pulls out, just like some will say. And yes, some will say did not hold any punches, put it out there. Yes, I won't be speaking because there's no reason for him to be sharing the stage with Matt Driscoll, a non-force teacher. But Matt Chandler has no problem to be sharing the stage with Matt Driscoll. According to him, there's people who come from different views when it comes to, religious matters. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I guess that's all I had for you guys today. We covered Nadia, Ali, Rasumo, and Brent the Hood and Matt Chandler. Yes, that's all I had for you guys today. And okay, just in closing, David Morrell of Protestia was supposed to have a story on jury, but that turned out to be it wasn't what it was advertised to be. And yes, he has apologized to this issue for teasing the story. The good thing is they didn't print anything out, so he has acknowledged he's on it, and he's just apologized, like, okay, I teased this to my fans, to people who follow us, but nothing came out of it. So he's on that part. And now, okay, you would guess Julie Roy's now saying, oh, my name was slandered and everything else. No, Julie Roy's name was not slandered, if you've been following this issue, because there was nothing that was printed. But to keep everything full disclosure and everything, David Morrow has just printed out I think there was a girl who was involved in this. Apparently she does that, scamming people with stories that have to do with abusive. Julie knows about it, other people also know about it. So the good thing is there was no story that was put out there that slandered Julie in any way, shape or form, as far as I know, and as far as everything that I have read. So that is that on that front. What else? I guess no, we covered everything, whatever I had for you guys today. I hope you find this to be informative to you. Be sure to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Bereans Babe. Stay tuned, more coming this week. Yes, so it is a good news about this Roe v. Wade. Keep your eyes open and your ears open to see the Christians who are supporting this, who are so mad about this Roe v. Wade. Apparently, right now, the numbers of women requesting for abortion pills have skyrocketed. There's other medication that lasts for over 3 years. So I see no reason why women are out there doing this thing. But so this is an opportunity for us to reach out. This is an opportunity for us to have gospel conversation with this issue, because we do have people inside the church right now who are supporting Roe v. Wade. So let's use this opportunity to preach the gospel. Let's use this opportunity to have good, godly conversation. And yes, we can take this opportunity to evangelize to people outside the church. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you find this to be informative to you. Until next time, remember to be in the know.